Jack, Lauren, Lydia, pleasure to be speaking with you all. Jack, first question at you, two-parter. How are you, and how similar are you to the Rob character?
Ooh.
I'm very well, mate. Um, yeah, I think there's quite a fair amount of similarity between Rob and myself. I think we're both pretty dramatic,
Whoa.
to begin with. But no, look, I mean, in this version of Robin Hood, it's you really get to know all of our characters. But I guess everyone sort of has an idea of what Robin Hood is because we've seen so many iterations of it.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of like a modern man in the sense that he's really not afraid to sort of, even though it can be painful at times, express his emotions. I know I'm like that in real life.
Okay, good answer right there. Unoriginal question at you, Lauren, but Marian, similarities, differences, can you tell me more?
I'd like to think I have. I love that she was described as courageous and daring, and she likes to take risks, which I think I'd like to do the same. And like I love that inner strength that she has inside her, which I could really relate to. And even though she's not as outspoken as Priscilla probably, and it doesn't have that like outward confidence about her, she has like an inner confidence that kind of it grows throughout the show. So yeah, there was a lot of similarities really, and I think that's why I felt so naturally to step into her shoes.
So, Lydia, the Priscilla role, besides answering about how similar you are to the role, how much prep did you do for this particular role?
Um, I mean, in terms of a physicality, I did like 2 weeks of horse riding, 4 hours a day. So that was a
Hmm.
good workout for the glutes. And yeah, my goal was to be able to canter. So that was really fun. And then in terms of, I mean, I researched about the Saxons and the Normans and how they hold themselves, what women's kind of restrictions were back in that time. But honestly, I think she broke a lot of those
Hmm.
those 12th century rules. And she's got a real modern feel to her. So in terms of my prep, as we keep saying, the script was like the North Star for us.
Now, Lauren, in your case, were you used to being around horses before landing this great role?
No, not really, but it was a big goal of mine to play a character on a horse. So I
Mhm.
spent like the past year before I got the role doing some lessons just with the hopes of like landing a role like Marian. So yeah, I had a little bit of knowledge, and then when we were in Serbia, we had some more lessons and had an incredible teacher. So yeah, it was fun to just do that together, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, great fun.
I'm finding more and more things are filming in Serbia. The TV show The Librarians is an example of that. Jack, had you been to Serbia aside from this series?
No, I hadn't. It's my first time. It was
Yeah.
all of us our first time there. Had a great time, mate. It was a beautiful country.
And then what about you in terms of role prep? Were there additional skills that you had to work on?
Yeah, there were. I did not have a background in bow and arrow, horse riding. Um, yeah, I got over to Serbia as soon as possible to begin that training for the bow and arrow. It was important that it was me firing and not anyone else. I really wanted to make sure it was authentic in that sense. And yeah, it was. I'd say I had about three and a half weeks, but I was similar to Lids and Lauren with the horse. Like I was there pretty much all day.
So what I'm hearing right here is not all of you not only had to learn your roles and learn the lines, but you actually had prep, sort of jet lag, sort of getting used to a new place. In other words, I think you're all Emmy contenders or BAFTA contenders based
We
on the
won't
role that you had.
argue with that. Yes.
We meant business.
That's the vibe I'm getting. So the last question that I have for all of you has nothing to do with this great series. It's what's the last concert that you saw live? Any
Oh my
volunteers here?
God.
Well, I went to Glastonbury Festival this year. That was amazing. I actually managed to get it off film. We were filming at the time, and
Mhm.
they managed to let me slip away to enjoy the festival, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Bonobo. I mean, that's more like a DJ-ish, but we saw, well, you were there
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
that was great.
She's a festival gal. Yeah, we saw Bonobo in Serbia. There's some great great Esther Tom. I saw with some great players coming to Serbia.
And Jack, you have the last word on this one.
Yeah, I went to see the Velvet Trip Band in a pub in Sydney, and they were unreal. Shout out to Velvet Trip. Yeah, they're Aussie homegrown.
Cool.
So you all have great taste above all, but hey, congrats on this season and hope to see more from all of you soon.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Paltrocast.